Hey, friends of YouTube, this is RWBY speaking, and finally we get to talk about Genlock. I think it's Genlock or Genlock. It's Genlock. Basically, it's a show that's been created by RoosterTeeth, a new anime. I mean, some people are debating if it's an anime or not, similar to RWBY. And yeah, that's another thing though too. Like, you guys are wondering, like, they already have RWBY. Why do they want to make another anime? Well, why not? I mean, they're doing a pretty good job with RWBY, so make another anime, but make it completely different from RWBY. Like, make it something that's different, something they never tried before. This is a mecha series that I've been enjoying so far. I've been enjoying it so far, and because of this, because of all this, I want to share with you guys why I enjoy it. And without further ado, let's begin. So this show is basically about like 5 members in the military. I mean, yeah, they're in the military, but they pilot mech suits. I don't want to spoil on how they pilot the mech suits, so you'll have to watch the show for yourself. And they basically fight the war against the Union, which is the bad guys. It's hard to explain this war because we haven't really gotten too far into the war yet. We don't really know why they're fighting. All we know is that they're just at war with each other, and like it's just the nature of like how soldiers work, like how soldiers interact with each other. So our main character over here, this is Julian Chase. He is played by Michael B. Jordan, and some of you guys know that he is creating a name for himself. He's making a pretty good reputation for himself. He was Eric Killmonger on Black Panther. He did a pretty good job. I mean, we all loved Black Panther, and he was one of the reasons why we loved it so much. And he's found his way to Rooster Teeth, like in an anime. He said that he's been liking anime so much that he wanted to do this. He wanted to do this, and I believe that. I believe that he likes anime and all that. So, yeah, Julian Chase, though. So, Julian Chase, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about Julian Chase other than spoilers, so I don't want to get into that, but he starts off with this guy who has a family. He's family oriented. He also has a girlfriend, and then he gets into war, and that changed his life forever. Like, he pilots a new mech suit, and he just meets all these new people. He's basically like the leader. Like, he seems like the most experienced when it comes to this mech suit compared to everybody else. We have Kami over here, who is this Scottish hacker. She is really cool, though. I really like her a lot. She's kind of a nerd when it comes to the group, and she has a little robot dog on her shoulder. Like, how cool is that, though? And over here, the guy in the red, this is Kazu Ida. Like, now the funny thing about him is that he's the only one who speaks in a different language. He speaks Japanese, but when people look at him, basically they have like this translation in their eyes. I don't know how it works, but they have this translation in their eyes where they can tell what he's saying in his language and how they can translate to them. Like, say if like someone's talking Japanese to you and you saw what they were saying in English, like, you could understand that pretty well. It really works pretty well, though. It's really clever how they do that. And I guess he's kind of a bad boy. I mean, he did get demoted to, like, I think in a kitchen or somewhere. Like, he was a sergeant, and then he just got demoted. Like, now over here we have Miss Valentina, now undercover or something. I think she was, like, a sniper or something like that. But now with her being in this team and with her getting more hints about her past, I'm really excited for that. I just cannot wait. And this woman over here, we have Yasmin, I think that's her name, Yasmin. I mean, she is another person that I don't want to spoil about because just some of the hints about her past are just like mind-blowing. Like, oh my god, she might have went through something like that. Like, what'd she go through? Oh my god. It's just one of those things that gives you hints about backstories because backstories are great, though. We like to know a lot about backstories when we watch the actual backstory itself, so safe rumors on that. But either way, though, she seems pretty cool. Like Julian Chase, she has experience with the mech suits compared to everybody else. But she has a bit of an attitude, and she doesn't really seem to get along with everybody that much. Then over here, we have the inventor of Genlock himself. This is Dr. Weller. Dr. Weller, though, he's a pretty funny dude, though. Even though he's a bit serious at times, he's still pretty funny most of the time, though. And he has a hard time mispronouncing names, similar to myself. Like, you guys know, like, I just had a hard time mispronouncing Yasmin's name. Well, this guy had a hard time mispronouncing Miss Valentina's name. He seems like Ozpin from RWBY, and what I mean by that is, like, if you guys watch RWBY, if you guys watch it, you guys know that he's a pretty shady dude, but yeah, he's a good dude and he's funny. I get that vibe from Dr. Weller, though. I have a feeling Dr. Weller is going to be a bit shady, but at the same time, it's going to be for a great cause, like really for the great of good, Now, you guys know I'm a big Star Wars fan, especially with the background over here of all my Star Wars merch. But basically, though, I used to watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars like every week when it came out. And over here we have Professor Hayek, whatever his name is. Again, mispronouncing names, but anyway, this droid over here, he knew how to make lightsabers. He was a real genius, and not only that, but he was played by David Tennant too. Like, David Tennant actually played this character. Like, and he was in like 3 episodes, I think. I think that's how many episodes he was in. And I wish we had more of this character though. He was really fun. He was amazing. Sorry guys, my dog just came in. But anyway, though, basically David Tennant though. You have a character over here who's pretty smart with making lightsabers, and you have a guy over here who's pretty smart with making machines. Because of that, I was really looking forward to David Tennant as this character. I thought he fit this role pretty well. The animation in this show has little less frames. It hasn't lost all of its frames. Like, not enough that looks like Dragon Prince. I mean, I did enjoy Dragon Prince, and I did get used to the animation, but at first, the animation in Dragon Prince looked a bit, choppy and all that. It looked like they were moving like stop motion. This show, I mean, probably like 2 or 3 frames were taken away from this, but that's okay though. I mean, it works for the robots though. It works for the robots pretty well, and it works for the people too. Like, if you get used to the animation a bit, you will enjoy it. Like, the animation, it looks good though. It looks great. It feels like a war is happening, and when we're in like a building or somewhere, it's some military base. It looks like high tech. It looks high tech, like we're in the future, because that's how it should be. It should feel like, oh, we're in a different time. We're in a different era that's going to take place like 50 years from now. As for the opening theme song is high pitched, but not high pitched in an annoying way though. Like, it's upbeat. Like, it's not enough to have your ears be sore. Like, it's enough to get you excited. Similar to how RWBY gets you excited with its opening theme songs. Like, Rooster Teeth knows how to do that. Like, Rooster Teeth knows how to create great opening theme songs. And I feel like Genlock is just one of those theme songs that makes you want to listen to hours and hours and hours. Like, I was just listening to this and I was like, this needs to be a viral hit, like millions and millions of views. And because of this, I'm going to give this show an 8 out of 10. The only thing I have to criticize about is the war itself. We don't really know what the characters are fighting about. Like, why are they fighting? What caused all this, Like, all we had was just how the war started, which is cool, but we don't really know why they're fighting. We could have gotten, like, some little, like, some text or something in, like, the beginning that says, like, these two sides are fighting because of it's World War III or something like that. We don't really know what this war is called either. It could be World War III, but we don't know. We don't really know, but I'm sure we'll get an answer to it later on why they're fighting, but I feel like we could have gotten hints about that, like, lots of hints about that at the beginning of the show, but that's just me. That's just how I am with this. But yeah, though, I mean, other than that, though, great animation, great characters, great song. Cannot wait to see what happens. And what did you guys think of this show, though? Like, did you think it was good? Like, are you looking forward to more? Or do you think it's gonna do? Yeah, I don't really know, but like, I don't know the right word you guys picked for it, but I think it's doing pretty well, though. I'm really waiting for Rooster Teeth, though. I cannot wait for more. And if this season does pretty well, I'll probably give it a higher score than an 8 out of 10. So look out for that. And that's all I have to say. I'm Rob A, and may the anime force be with you.